The African savanna wakens under a golden sunrise, stretching like a vast ocean of grass. Shadows glide silently across the horizon, tall, elegant, almost unreal. These are the giraffes, Earth's tallest mammals, rising above the landscape like living towers of grace. Their long necks sway gently, their patched coats glowing like molten bronze in the early morning light. From afar, they seem slow, delicate, almost fragile. But step closer and you will see a creature shaped by one of nature's most astonishing designs. At nearly 6 meters tall, with a heart weighing up to 11 kilograms and pumping blood with immense pressure, the giraffe is a marvel of engineering, an animal that defies expectations and survives where many others could not. Watch them move, and you'll see poetry. Their legs glide in slow, sweeping strides. Their heads float above acacia trees, plucking leaves with tongues nearly half a meter long. To predators, they are both temptation and terror, vulnerable in youth, yet capable of delivering a kick strong enough to shatter a lion's skull. They drink rarely, sleep lightly, and wander endlessly across thousands of miles of wilderness. Every step, every glance, every movement tells a story millions of years old. The giraffe is not simply a tall animal, it is a miracle of balance, beauty, survival, and divine precision. This is the secret life of giraffes, a world where elegance meets power, where vulnerability coexists with strength, and where every stripe, every step, reflects the artistry of the creator. Before the golden African sun fully rises, the horizon glows in soft shades of orange and amber. A warm breeze sweeps across the savanna, carrying the scent of acacia leaves and dry grass. Birds stir gently in the trees as if nature is holding its breath, waiting for a silent miracle. In the middle of this vast, endless land, a mother giraffe stands alone, her towering silhouette outlined against the waking sky. Today is not an ordinary day. Today, the savanna will welcome a new life. For the giraffe, the process of giving birth is as extraordinary as the creature itself. She remains standing during the birth, not because she wants to, but because nature designed her that way. And soon, with the sudden drop of nearly 6 feet, the calf enters the world. Its first moment is a dramatic fall, a shocking introduction to life that jump-starts its breathing. A newborn giraffe begins life not with a gentle beginning, but with an impact necessary for survival. The calf lies still for a moment, adjusting to its new world. Its body, still wet and trembling, carries the markings it will live with forever, a unique pattern of spots, no two alike, much like human fingerprints. These patterns tell its lineage, its identity, and its place in this grand tapestry of creation. The mother lowers her long neck, a gesture that looks simple, but is actually a masterpiece of biology. With the largest heart of any land animal, pumping blood nearly 10 feet upward, every movement she makes is a marvel of natural engineering. Within just 10 minutes, the calf begins to twitch its legs. Within 15 minutes, it attempts to stand. These first steps are clumsy, shaky, and unsteady, yet they are steps of survival. In the wild, every second matters. Within an hour, the calf must walk. Within 2 hours, it must run. A newborn lion cub has the privilege to hide. A baby elephant is protected by an entire herd. But a giraffe? A giraffe must stand and move almost immediately, or it becomes an easy target. The early hours of a giraffe's life are filled with danger. Lions, hyenas, leopards, and even wild dogs watch carefully for any signs of weakness. A calf that cannot stand becomes an opportunity. Despite their gentle appearance, mother giraffes are fiercely protective. With a single kick strong enough to break a lion's jaw, she stands guard over her child. Every few seconds, she scans the horizon, ears alert, eyes wide and watchful. Once the calf finally finds balance, it instinctively moves closer to its mother. The bond between them forms instantly. The calf begins to feed, receiving colostrum, a powerful, nutrient-rich milk that strengthens its immune system and helps it survive the unpredictable savanna. These first sips of milk are not just nourishment, they are nature's shield, a biological blessing that prepares it for hardships ahead. A newborn giraffe stands about 6 feet tall and weighs between 100 and 150 pounds. Surprisingly, despite its size, it is incredibly vulnerable. Its long legs, though powerful, are still developing coordination. Its neck, though destined to become one of the most iconic features in the animal kingdom, is still short compared to adults. Over the next weeks, it will grow rapidly, almost an inch per day, making giraffes one of the fastest growing mammals in early life. In its first month, the calf will spend most of the day resting, hidden in tall grass, while the mother grazes nearby. These nursery moments are crucial. The calf is absorbing its environment, the smell of acacia trees, the sounds of other herbivores, the rhythm of the savanna. Each day strengthens its senses. Each hour teaches it awareness. A fascinating and lesser-known fact: baby giraffes hum at night. Soft, low-frequency hums, barely heard by human ears, serve as a way to communicate with their mothers in the dark. Scientists believe these night sounds help maintain connection and reduce stress. It is a tender reminder that even the tallest animals begin life needing reassurance. Another surprising truth is that giraffe calves often form nursery groups. Several mothers leave their young together in a small herd while they feed nearby. One or two adults stand guard while the others roam, ensuring constant protection. This cooperative parenting shows that giraffes, despite their solitary reputation, practice community care when it matters most. The calf's early lessons include learning to interpret warning signs. A flick of the mother's ear might signal danger. A sudden tension in her muscles means predators are near. A quick movement of her tail teaches the calf to stay close. These silent lessons shape the calf's future, teaching it how to move gracefully despite its height, how to remain alert in a world filled with threats, and how to survive long enough to grow into the majestic form it is destined to become. Every day brings new challenges: sudden storms, shifting territories, wandering predators, and competition for food. Yet every challenge also brings new strength. The giraffe calf learns when to freeze, when to run, when to hide, and when to stand tall beside its mother. Nature does not teach with words, it teaches with experience, with sight and sound, with instinct and urgency. As weeks turn into months, the calf begins to understand the savanna as its home, a land that can be both breathtakingly beautiful and unforgiving. It learns the patterns of the wind, the migration of herds, the time when predators hunt, and the places where food and water can be found. Life for the giraffe is not just survival. It is adaptation, observation, and connection to the rhythms written into the land since ancient times. And as the sun sets over the plains, mother and calf stand side by side, their silhouettes stretching across the golden horizon. The first chapter of the giraffe's life closes not with certainty, but with hope. A fragile beginning, yet full of promise. A life newly written into the story of the savanna, guided by instinct, protected by a mother's love, and shaped by the wild beauty of its world. And so begins the journey of a creature built to rise above the landscape, one careful step at a time. As the young giraffe rises from its trembling legs and begins to walk with uncertain steps, a new chapter of its life quietly unfolds. This is the chapter of growth, a journey shaped by instinct, learning, danger, and a design so flawless that scientists still marvel at it today. The African savannas, with their vast golden plains and whispering acacia trees, become the classroom where the young giraffe learns the laws of survival. Every sound, every scent, every shadow teaches it something new. Giraffes grow faster than most large mammals. In their first year alone, a calf can grow nearly 3 feet, a dramatic transformation fueled by its mother's nutrient-rich milk. But height alone is not what keeps a giraffe alive in the wild. Each day teaches the calf how to read the world around it. It learns the language of birds, the meaning of distant thunders, and the rhythm of grazing herds. Its senses sharpen, hearing attuned to lion movements, eyes trained for distances up to 2 kilometers, and an acute sense of smell that warns of danger long before it arrives. As the giraffe matures, its impressive diet becomes its lifeline. Giraffes may look delicate, but they consume nearly 34 kilograms of leaves daily, especially from acacia trees. Scientists discovered something astonishing. Giraffes can eat leaves containing toxins that would kill many other herbivores. Their complex liver and powerful digestive system filter out the harmful chemicals, allowing them to reach food few others can access. This adaptation is crucial. It reduces competition with other herbivores and allows giraffes to thrive even in dry seasons. But life is not only about eating. Survival requires caution. Lions, hyenas, and crocodiles remain constant threats. While adult giraffes are incredibly dangerous when defending themselves, their kicks can shatter lion skulls. The young are vulnerable. More than half of all giraffe calves never reach adulthood. Every day is a test. The calf learns to stay close to its mother and the herd because unity offers protection. Giraffes thrive in open savannas, grasslands, and lightly wooded areas. They avoid dense forests because height is their greatest weapon. It gives them the ability to spot predators long before danger approaches. Their tall frames act like natural watchtowers for countless animals around them. Zebras, wildebeest, antelope all rely on giraffes to detect threats. When a giraffe suddenly stares in one direction, every animal nearby pauses. When a giraffe runs, the entire savanna understands danger is near. Without speaking a word, giraffes serve as guardians of the plains. Their lifespan varies. In the wild, giraffes live around 20 to 25 years, but in captivity with protection from predators and consistent food, they can live up to 30 years. Their long life, however, is not without difficulties. Parasites, drought, harsh seasons, and ever-shrinking habitats due to human activity threaten giraffes across Africa. In many regions, giraffe populations have silently decreased by nearly 40% in just 3 decades. Scientists even call this the silent extinction, because the world did not notice the decline until it was too late. Yet science also discovers wonders within giraffes, secrets hidden in their biology. One of the most extraordinary mysteries is their heart. A giraffe's heart is almost 2 feet long and weighs up to 11 kilograms. It pumps blood with tremendous pressure to reach the brain 2 meters above the torso. If a human were suddenly stretched to giraffe height, the blood pressure alone would kill them instantly. But giraffes are built differently. Their blood vessels contain special valves that prevent fainting every time they lower and raise their heads. Their skin is thick and tight, acting like natural compression socks, preventing blood from pooling in their legs. Scientists have studied giraffe blood vessels to design new medical technologies for humans, including improvements in treating low blood pressure, heart failure, and even astronauts who face gravity-related health issues. In this way, giraffes indirectly contribute to human advancement. Another astonishing scientific discovery comes from their long tongues. At nearly 21 inches long, the tongue is dark purple, not black, to protect it from sunburn while feeding for long hours each day. It is also prehensile, meaning it works like a hand, wrapping around branches, peeling leaves, and avoiding thorns. This small detail is a masterpiece of evolutionary design, allowing giraffes to feed effortlessly from trees that most other animals find hostile. The social structure of giraffes is equally fascinating. They do not form fixed herds like elephants or zebras. Instead, giraffe groups are fluid. Individuals come and go. There are female groups with calves, bachelor groups of young males, and occasionally solitary mature males roaming great distances. Their behavior is gentle, curious, and observant. Giraffes rarely show aggression unless forced. Even their fights, known as necking, are a display of strength rather than cruelty. Males swing their necks like hammers, testing dominance. Despite appearing slow, these blows are powerful enough to decide who earns mating rights. Communication among giraffes is subtle. For decades, scientists believed they were silent animals. But new research using sensitive audio equipment revealed that giraffes hum at night. Low-frequency sounds too deep for humans to hear. These hums help group members stay connected in the darkness, a reminder that even silence carries meaning in the wild. Humans benefit from giraffes in many ways. In ecosystems, giraffes act as landscapers of the savanna. By feeding on tall trees, they stimulate new plant growth, shape tree canopies, and create habitats for birds and insects. Their ability to disperse seeds across long distances also enriches the soil and helps forests regenerate. Even their waste nourishes the land, playing a role in nutrient cycles. But perhaps the greatest challenge giraffes face today is humans themselves. Deforestation, poaching, fence barriers, and urban expansion have reduced their roaming territory. Conservationists work tirelessly to protect giraffes, tracking them with GPS collars, safeguarding breeding grounds, and raising global awareness. Thanks to these efforts, some giraffe populations are slowly recovering. As Chapter 2 ends, we witness a growing giraffe standing tall, a symbol of elegance, resilience, and design, so refined that every part of its body serves a purpose. Its survival is not luck, but a harmony of instinct, intelligence, and divine engineering. It is a creature shaped for the heights, living proof that every being in nature follows a path uniquely crafted for its survival and purpose. In the vast savannas of Africa, where golden grasses stretch to the horizon and the acacia trees stand like sentinels, the giraffe moves with a grace that seems almost otherworldly. Unlike predators that hunt or stalk in silence, the giraffe is a creature of observation, constantly scanning the horizon with its extraordinary height and its eyes positioned to see far across the open plains. From birth, a giraffe relies not only on its long legs and neck, but also on vigilance to survive the perils of the savanna. As young giraffes grow, they learn the subtle language of the herd: nods, neck gestures, and even low vocalizations. Mothers and aunts form protective circles around calves, teaching them not only how to reach tender leaves high in the acacia trees, but also how to detect danger. Lions, hyenas, leopards, and African wild dogs all see the giraffe calf as an opportunity, making every step in the early months a lesson in caution. A mother's watchful eye is never far from her offspring, her head raised high, her ears swiveling at the faintest rustle in the grass. The giraffe's diet consists primarily of leaves, flowers, and shoots from trees like acacia, mopane, and wild apricot. Their long, prehensile tongues, often extending up to 45 centimeters, allow them to pluck even the thorniest leaves without injury. This diet provides water as well, which is crucial during dry seasons when rivers run low, demonstrating how adaptation shapes every aspect of their lives. Their survival depends on knowledge passed from mother to calf: which trees are safe, which bushes harbor thorns, and which predators are lurking nearby. Giraffes live in loosely organized herds, with members coming and going across vast ranges. Their lifespan averages between 20 and 25 years in the wild, though some in protected reserves can reach 28 years. Life is not without its hazards. Droughts, habitat loss, poaching for meat and hides, and vehicular collisions all pose significant threats. Lions are perhaps the greatest natural predators, often targeting calves or weaker individuals. Even adult giraffes, though formidable with their powerful kicks capable of fending off lions, are never entirely safe from ambush. Science has revealed remarkable aspects of giraffe life. Researchers have documented their complex social behavior, necking rituals among males to establish dominance, and unique cardiovascular adaptations that allow blood to reach their brains despite their great height. Giraffes are also important ecologically. Their browsing shapes tree growth patterns, allowing a diverse understory to flourish, which benefits countless other species from insects to antelopes. Humans have long been fascinated by giraffes, incorporating them into art, folklore, and cultural symbolism. Ecotourism now provides a direct incentive to protect giraffes, giving local communities sustainable income while preserving the species' habitat. At the same time, giraffes have practical benefits. Their browsing helps prevent overgrowth that could increase fire risk and maintain ecological balance across savannas. Yet, despite their size and serene appearance, giraffes are vulnerable. The survival of each herd depends on careful navigation of both natural and human-made challenges. Disease, poaching, and climate change continue to threaten populations, reminding us that even the tallest creatures on Earth require protection and stewardship from those with the ability to preserve their world. Observing giraffes in their natural habitat provides more than biological insight. It offers profound reflection on life, resilience, and balance. They teach patience as they reach for the highest branches, alertness as they scan for predators, and cooperation within the herd as each member ensures the safety of the young. In their silent observation of the horizon, we see a mirror of the careful planning and foresight we are called to apply in our own lives. By studying giraffes, scientists and conservationists gain invaluable knowledge about the dynamics of ecosystems and the impact of human activity on large herbivores. Every leaf eaten, every step taken, every predator evaded, contributes to the delicate equilibrium of the savanna, emphasizing the importance of every action, no matter how small, in maintaining the balance of life. The giraffe's story is ultimately one of survival, adaptation, and interdependence. From the calf's first faltering steps to the adult's commanding presence over the plains, each generation carries forward the lessons of those that came before. They endure hardships, navigate dangers, and shape the world around them with the quiet dignity that demands our respect. As the golden sun rises over the savanna, casting long shadows across the undulating grasses, a new chapter in the life of the giraffe begins. Here, at the heart of Africa, the circle of life unfolds in slow, deliberate motions, each step imbued with the purpose of survival, growth, and continuity. The giraffe, towering above the landscape, embodies both the fragility and resilience of life, a living testament to the wisdom woven into creation. Reproduction is central to the continuity of the giraffe species, yet it is not without its challenges. Female giraffes typically reach sexual maturity at around 4 to 5 years of age, while males mature slightly later, at 5 to 7 years. Courtship is a delicate process, dominated by subtle gestures, careful observation, and physical displays. A male will often engage in a ritual known as necking, where two males swing their long necks at each other in displays of strength, establishing dominance without lethal confrontation. This ensures that the strongest and most capable males pass on their genes, preserving the health and vitality of the population. Once mating occurs, gestation begins an extraordinary period lasting approximately 15 months, making giraffes one of the longest pregnant land mammals. During this time, the mother continues her daily life, grazing on acacia leaves, traveling across the savanna in search of food and water, and remaining vigilant against predators. Predation is an ever-present threat. Lions, hyenas, and leopards see calves as easy prey, and the first few hours after birth are critical for survival. When the moment of birth arrives, the calf drops from a height of nearly 2 meters. This fall, seemingly perilous, is a natural shock that helps stimulate breathing. Within moments, the newborn struggles to its feet, learning to balance on long, spindly legs, while the mother gently nudges it, teaching it to move and remain alert. This fragile beginning is a reminder that life is often born through struggle, and survival acquires resilience and determination. The giraffe calf's early days are filled with lessons in vigilance. Every movement must be cautious, every sound monitored. Lions lie in wait, blending with the tall grasses, while hyenas roam the plains in search of weakness. Even adult giraffes, despite their height and strength, remain wary of these predators. Their powerful legs can deliver deadly kicks, yet such force is only employed when absolutely necessary. The giraffe strategy is one of observation, patience, and avoidance, an approach that ensures survival without unnecessary confrontation. As giraffes mature, they face other challenges. The savanna is a harsh environment, with seasonal droughts that test endurance, limited water sources, and competition for food. Disease and parasites pose further threats, and human activity has increasingly become a significant factor. Habitat loss, poaching for meat and hides, and collisions with vehicles all contribute to declining populations. The giraffe's existence, though seemingly serene, is a daily exercise in adaptation, vigilance, and resilience. Despite these challenges, giraffes live remarkably social and cooperative lives. Herds are fluid, with members joining and leaving based on availability of resources, safety, and companionship. Mothers form protective circles around calves, teaching them the nuances of the environment, the safest grazing areas, and the signs of approaching predators. Older giraffes, with their experience, guide younger ones through the complexities of survival, demonstrating a form of wisdom that is passed across generations. In old age, giraffes undergo a quiet transformation. The vibrant muscles of youth gradually give way to slower, more deliberate movements. Their necks, once supple and powerful, lose some of their strength, and their skin and fur show the wear of decades under the harsh African sun. Yet even in aging, they maintain an essential role within the herd. Older individuals serve as sentinels, using their height and experience to warn the herd of approaching danger. They embody the principle that wisdom and vigilance are as vital to survival as speed and strength. From an ecological perspective, giraffes perform indispensable roles. Their browsing patterns shape the growth of acacia trees, allowing sunlight to reach the understory and enabling diverse flora and fauna to thrive. Seeds consumed and later excreted by giraffes facilitate forest regeneration and ensure genetic diversity across plant species. The giraffe, in its quiet and deliberate way, contributes to the health of entire ecosystems, a reminder that every creature, no matter how seemingly passive, has a purpose in the balance of life. The study of giraffes has yielded significant scientific insights. Researchers have documented their complex cardiovascular system, which prevents fainting when they raise and lower their long necks. They have observed social behaviors, mating rituals, and even forms of communication that include low-frequency sounds undetectable to human ears. This research not only deepens our understanding of giraffes, but also offers reflections on human biology, social structures, and the interconnectedness of life. Humans derive practical benefits from giraffes as well. Ecotourism focused on giraffe watching generates income for local communities, encouraging the protection of these majestic creatures and their habitats. The presence of giraffes indicates a healthy ecosystem, indirectly signaling sufficient water, food, and biodiversity for other species, including humans. Additionally, giraffes have inspired art, literature, and scientific curiosity, enriching human culture and knowledge. Yet, observing the giraffe's life also teaches profound moral and spiritual lessons. Their patience, vigilance, and gentle interactions within the herd remind us of the importance of wisdom over aggression, foresight over impulsivity, and compassion over cruelty. Just as the giraffe carefully navigates threats, nurtures its young, and supports its herd, humans too are called to act as responsible stewards of creation, showing mercy, care, and balance in their interactions with the world. For those who reflect, the giraffe's life is a mirror of divine design. Each adaptation, from their long necks to their prehensile tongues, reflects intentionality and purpose. Every struggle faced by the calf, every survival lesson learned, is a manifestation of the balance embedded in Allah's creation. Life, with all its challenges and triumphs, is not random. It is structured, purposeful, and guided by wisdom beyond human comprehension. In witnessing the giraffe's journey, we are reminded that survival is inseparable from community. No giraffe stands alone. Every individual depends on the herd, on shared knowledge, and on collective vigilance. Similarly, humans are part of a larger community, responsible for one another and for the preservation of the world entrusted to their care. Just as the giraffe's protection of its young ensures the continuity of the species, our care for the environment and each other ensures the continuity of life on Earth. The natural world, reflected through the giraffe's existence, also teaches humility. Their towering height and serene presence are reminders that strength and majesty are not measured by dominance or aggression, but by grace, wisdom, and the ability to live harmoniously within a complex system. Strength without compassion is incomplete. Power without responsibility is destructive. The giraffe embodies the balance between might and mercy, vigilance and patience, survival and stewardship, conclusion, lessons, and reflection. As the circle of life continues, from the vulnerable calf to the aging sentinel of the herd, the giraffe's journey offers lessons for all who observe with thought and heart. We learn the value of patience in facing challenges, vigilance in protecting what matters, and the importance of nurturing and guidance. We see that life is interconnected, that every action has a ripple effect, and that wisdom and care are indispensable to survival. For humans, this reflection is both moral and spiritual. The giraffe's life reminds us of the importance of living in balance, respecting creation, and fulfilling our roles as caretakers. We are entrusted with the earth and its creatures not to exploit, but to preserve and protect. Through observing the giraffe, we are called to act with foresight, mercy, and responsibility, recognizing that every creature, great or small, contributes to the harmony of existence. As we conclude this journey into the life of the giraffe, let it inspire us to protect the natural world, support conservation efforts, respect wildlife habitats, and educate others about the importance of biodiversity. Travel responsibly, advocate for sustainable development, and engage in actions that ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures for generations to come. Just as the giraffe teaches patience, vigilance, and balance, let us translate these lessons into action safeguarding the planet, cherishing life, and honoring the divine wisdom evident in every corner of creation.